was closer.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is Jason, the Nice One. I'm so glad to have you here with us. Those of you that are watching in replay, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you joining. I appreciate your support. I'm so excited tonight that we are on now episode 2 of JTN Springfest 2024. And this evening we are going to be watching the horror classic, The Wicker Man from 1973. This is the original version. And I have never seen it. So I'm excited. This is a first-time watch for me. And if that's the first-time watch for you, we're all together. I'm excited about that. And so I'm so excited about that. And I've been wanting to watch this. I'm very, very glad that this was chosen by you, the subscribers, and so I'm very, very happy to have this with you. And this was first time on the channel we've had a spring themed horror film. This is a horror film, and it's absolutely incredible. This was again in 1973. No joke whatsoever, and that's amazing. I can't wait to see it, and it has. Let me look at real quick here on my notes. Patience here. And this does star Edward Woodward. As he's the lead role, Sergeant Howie. So I'm very, very excited. As well as Christopher Lee, who plays Lord Summer Isle. And I think that's most everybody. Most of it's pretty much are unknowns. And I'll tell you how you would see him. I saw him originally real quick here from the television series The Equalizer. He was the lead. That ran from 1985 to 1989 as 88 episodes. That's what I saw him. He's probably most famous for that picture, as well as this film. Very, very popular actor. Let me see if he's been on any other ones that you might know. Let me look real quick here. I was mostly been a television actor. I think the only film I've ever seen him in is, of course, the one we're going to see tonight. He also premiered and played Drummond in 2 episodes of the original television series Alfred Hitchcock Presents. That was a classic television show of its time. Also, in 1987, he appeared in the television film Uncle Tom's Cabin by Simon Legree. That's based on the novel. That is basically the novel that started the Civil War. In 1985, he played Saul in the film version of King of David. And that's also, I almost forgot, in 1984, he played the Ghost of Christmas Present in the television film version of A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. We actually featured that this last Christmas on our holiday fest. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, I would highly give it a try. I highly recommend that. He also played in 1980 in the famous sci-fi film Baker Morant as Harry Baker Morant. It's in a famous sci-fi thriller, kind of apocalyptic type thriller. I think Appreciate your patience. Looks like, yeah, that's it. Also, he's in the 1955 film Where There's a Will, played Ralph Stokes. It looks like that was his very first film that he was ever in. That's awesome. Of course, another big star that he stars next to, of course, is Christopher Lee. I mean, we all know him from the Hammer films. Played Dracula and Frankenstein. He's also played Count Dooku, and was also Darth Tyrannus in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. He played Saruman, I think I'm from The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, as well as The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Fantastic performance in that. And then Henry also as well. He's also Saruman in The Hobbit as well as Unexpected Journeys, all three. He played Clooney in the film Tim Burton film version of Dark Shadows. I haven't seen that. I'd like to see that. He was also Monsieur and the Beast and the 2011 Hugo. Hugo. He was also in 2011 in the film version of Season of the Witch. He was Cardinal d'Amboise. Old Joseph in the 2010 Burke and Hare. He was a voice in Jabberwocky and Alice in Wonderland in 2010. He was also the first Tech Council in 2007's The Golden Compass. That's a very famous film, kind of a controversial film. He was also the voice of Pastor Goswells in 2005's Tim Burton's big, huge hit Corpse Bride. He was also Dr. Wonka, Willy Wonka's father, in 2005's Tim Burton's version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory opposite Johnny Depp. I think that's probably about it. Also, he was also the Bourbon Master in 1999's Tim Burton's, one of my favorite films of the horror film Sleepy Hollow. Oh, he was very famous for that. A lot of famous character actors in that film. He's also Commandant Rokov in 1994's Police Academy Mission to Moscow. That's one of my favorite franchises, my guilty pleasure. It's such a funny franchise. He was Dr. Pearson in Curse 3 Blood Sacrifice in 1991. King Philip III in 1991's Journey of Honor. Uncle Rudolph and the Rainbow Thief in 1990. He was also Dr. Catheter, I forgot about that, in 1990's Gremlins 2, The New Batch. He was awesome in that movie. There's also a television movie of Treasure Island, played Blind Pew, in 1990. He played Walter Strauss in Night of the Eagles in 1989. And he was Samson in the television series The French Revolution in 1989. In the segment Amnes Terribles, Lee. There's Roquefort in 1989's Return of the Musketeers. There's also, looks like, played Willard Hope in 1989 Murder Story. Philly in 1988's Olympus and the Force, The Key. 1988 Chief Superintendent Jonathan Rich in Mask of Murder. Louis Morale in 1988's Dark Mission Evil Hours. Peter Storm in 1987's The Girl. 1987's Cato and Mike Neo in the Land of Faraway. He's also played Bernicki in the television movie Casanova in 1987. There's also King James of Aragon in 1986's television movie of The Disputation. He was also Lord Bathurst in 10 episodes of the miniseries Shaka Zulu. That was on the famous one its day. President White in 1986's Jocks. He was Stefan in Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. In 1984, he was Sir James Hunter in the Bengal Lancers. That's pretty much. Also, he was also another famous horror film, 1983's Corrigan, The House of the Long Shadows. That's another one. I love that movie. It's a classic. He was in that movie with Vincent Price and I think a whole bunch of it. It was an awesome movie. And he was the voice of King Haggard in 1982's The Last Unicorn. He played Dale Woodman in one episode of the television series Charlie's Angels, the original. He was Captain Wolfgang von Kleitschmidt, 1941, that Spielberg classic with Jim Belushi. Oh my gosh. He was Akinski in 1979's Bear Island. He was also Victor in Disney's Return from Witch Mountain in 1978. He was in The Grand Duke. He played 3 episodes out of it. The Grand Duke is How the West Was Won, the television series. He was Martin Wallace in 1977's Airport 77. He played Dracula in 1976, Dracula and Son. And Bills in 1976, The Night of the Ascari. Played Major Chilton in 1976's Killer Force. Dr. Stephen Hayward in 1974's Diagnosis Murder. He was also Scaramanga, 1974, in the James Bond's Man with the Golden Gun, opposite Roger Moore. He was Count Dracula in 1972's Dracula AD. 1972 is famous in Hammer films. That's how he was introduced to American audiences. He's also Fremont in Vincent Price's famous B-movie classic 1970's Scream and Scream Again. There's also 1969's Fu Manchu and the Castle of Fu Manchu. There's 2 episodes as Colonel Manning and Professor Stone in the television series The Avengers. Morley in 1968's The Crimson Cult. Dracula again in 1968's Dracula Has Risen from the Grave. Played Fu Manchu, the title role in 1968's The Blood of Fu Manchu. And then Duc de Richoul in 1968's The Devil Rides Out. Philip Darvaz in 1967's Theater of Death. Godfrey Hansen in 1967's Night of the Big Heat. Fu Manchu in 1967's The Vengeance of Fu Manchu. Dragon Number 4 in 1967's Five Golden Dragons. Again, the title role in 1966, The Brides of Fu Manchu. Gregor in 1966's Psycho Circus. He also played Dracula in 1966's Dracula Prince of Darkness. The title role again in 1965 is The Face of Fu Manchu. Played Billy in 1965's She. All right, I think we're going to hear that's a look there. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I appreciate your patience on that. And this was directed by Robin Hardy. He's probably mostly for television, but he also was a writer on Forbidden Son, a writer in 1966, The Fantastis, in 2011 in The Wicker Tree. Writers were Anthony Schaefer. Great writers. Has a great, I know as I understand, it's a great script. And Anthony Schaefer was a writer on Frenzy in 1972, and 1972 Sleuth, and 1978's Death of the Nile, the famous one with Peter Ustinov as Hercule Poirot. a screenplay for her producing off yet another Agatha Christie, Appointment with Death in 1988, as well as 1982's Agatha Christie's Evil Under the Sun. Also, he was uncredited, but he was a writer on 1974's Murder on the Orient Express. Also, he wrote the screenplay for 72's Frenzy. So that's pretty well. That's pretty neat. These guys are really great. Alrighty. I appreciate your patience on that. And I'd like to also welcome anybody that's in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. Thank you, Sarah, for dropping by. I'm so glad. You have a good night and a good rest. I hope you're doing well. Miss you. I'm so glad that you came, Sarah. Katie from Pop in the Popcorn, my dear friend. She's probably saying hi, and she's resting you to get a good rest. You take care of yourself. I miss you as well. Alrighty. I think that's ready. Okay. Let me go ahead and let you know, basically, put up to where you can see where you can rent, or when you can get a copy of tonight's film. Let me go ahead and bring that up real quick here. I'll put that here in the chat. Go and put that on there. It can be rented or purchased from the following services: Amazon Prime, BFI Player Classics, Apple TV app that's formerly known as iTunes. Streamers are changing their names now: Fandango at Home, which is formerly Vudu, Google Play Movies, and Microsoft Store, Tubi, and of course that is free with ads, and YouTube. It's available on those. So while you go ahead and get those, I'll go ahead and put a countdown here to give you a chance to get started. Please remember to go ahead and hit the like button. And as well, you have it. And also that helps the channel out, as well as if you sorry, I answer this text real quick. Just one second, I apologize. My phone's screwed up here. Come on. Take it. There we go. All right. Thank you, Matt. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and also hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, you can receive notifications of when events are happening like this, or videos basically upload to the channel. As well as, please don't forget. Also, this time, if you have seen the movie tonight, please no spoilers on the chat, and also make sure you please turn your closed captions on so that you can see them in case I get a little too loud if I talk during that time. Also, if you're interested in any membership-only benefits for the channel, this channel does have a Patreon. You can look in the description that it gives the handle. It's available to through Patreon. The link is there, as well as I do have super chats available, and those are available through on the stream tonight. If you super chat at any amount, you'll be able to you'll have your question answered ahead of anyone else's. Also, if you don't get a chance to get your question answered, or if you're watching this in replay, you definitely please send me a message via Facebook or X or Twitter. And that is available. Those links are right there down there. As well as you can also email me to the official channel email, which is Jason the Nice One at I think it's Jason. Make sure I got this right. It's Jason the Nice One at gmail.com. I know that's right. If you also have, and also to let you know during this as well, that during any, right now, my dear friend and partner in crime, as well as Katie from Pop the Popcorn, we are been combining forces and setting up a channel called, we've already set up, it's running right now, K&J Reviews. And we've been setting it up, but Kyle has a different Kyle from Pop in the Pot, Flet's Movies of Pop Culture 13. Katie's from Pop and the Popcorn, her channel. He has been in the hospital and had 2 surgeries, and he's now recovering. Just please keep having your prayers. He's actually, I talked with him the other night, and he's looking good and wonderful, and he expects to be getting home here by the end of June. Hopefully by June sometime. Near that time, he's hoping to be home. And so he's so excited. He misses everybody, and wants to get back really tough with our channels as well as we are planning to have our own dedicated channel just for K&J Reviews. That's been also put on hold for now. And so any proceeds from Super Chats or Patreon memberships will be going directly to Kyle to help him. He's going to be on a long recovery. He's going to be unemployed. And so he needs help with the things that he needs and all that. And medical costs and food and all those expenses that he has. If you do send you want to message Kyle or answer a question or myself, you can both send those to me again via the Facebook or not X. I'm doing great. X you can as well, but also oh good grief, not X. I'm sorry, Instagram or through the official channel, Jason the Nice One at gmail.com. Alrighty. And you can just send those to me if that, and I can get those. I'll get those questions answered, send them back to you via Facebook or Instagram or your email. And also, same thing, I'll pass those along to Kyle and message you have for him. Alrighty. I think that's everything. I appreciate your patience. Let's get this thing started. If you go ahead, for those of you, as you replay, make sure again that you have your closed captions. All right. Excuse me, I just started. I didn't want that. Okay, and I'll go ahead and just to let everyone know that it's getting a little bit started late. To give you a chance to get ready, I'll go ahead and give you a quick countdown video. And when that countdown's video, I will go ahead and start the film. All right. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And here we go. Count that countdown real quick. And play. Studio Canal. I'm still so excited. I can't wait to see this. I'm familiar with the sequel with Nicolas Cage, but I've not seen it. I heard a lot of people don't like it. Well, it looks like it's maybe some cult or something. It's an island, Scotland. Scotland. I've always wanted to fly on one of those. Anthony Schaefer, the Wicker. Anthony Schaefer is well known for the plays Equus and Amadeus. I love the bagpipes. They're my mother's favorite. She wanted them played at her funeral, but I wasn't able to arrange it. I was so upset about that. I'm going to have my dinner, so pardon me. Oh, I love this song. It's beautiful. And my dad was a pilot, private pilot. I wish I could have flown with him. I love that the Scottish dialect. No stereotype, but oh my gosh. Once upon a time, there was a little ogre named Shrek. It's a nice score, too. I love traditional Scottish music. I love these slow burn horror films. I really do. The 70s and 80s, they're my favorite. And I wonder if it is some type of cult. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I had my mute button on. It's kind of scary. It's like Rosemary's Baby or these cults that you don't know nothing about. Again, I love a good mystery. I love those old buildings. That's what I love about Europe. They don't tear down buildings. That's the last thing I need is a sweet shop, especially chocolates. Oh, it's an interesting logo on the pub. Oh, drinking's fierce in Scotland, let me tell you. That reminds me of a lot of what you call it? Oh, that movie, A24 movie. Summers, I can't remember that name of it. Has that kind of vibe, creepy vibe. It's also set in the spring. Or Midsummers or something like that. I can't remember. Get a room. Gee, wow. Cinematography is interesting. Well, we're just having orgies after orgies. Having lots of fun. Good grief. Okay, this is just plain creepy. I wouldn't be standing out, cop or no cop. I'm out of there. Fire me. Wow, they're really trying to wear him down. They're about to settle as an atomic bomb. I'm going to predict that this is a cult, obviously. She's either been killed or she's being held hostage. Don't do it. He is such a good actor. This poor guy. I feel so bad for him. Fortunately, these people, these types of cults and all that, they exist. Wow, lady, do you ever sleep? Jeez. Sure, it's a trap. They're trying to get him brainwashed or lure him to kill him or something like that. Ah, spring festivals. I love the look of British European films. They're they're just something superior to them than American. It seems that English care more about really a lot more about storytelling and quality work. They don't believe that money is everything. You don't have to stick money in everything. And the fact that the government supports their arts. That's another discussion. I'm not going to go on that soapbox, but they do. They support their arts. They support their television. And it's that started back with the Queen and the King, actually Queen Elizabeth. And they support their arts. So the arts, how important arts is to the community and to the raising of children and the whole morale and spiritual well-being of a community. This is definitely a religious cult. Seems like a Christian cult. Taking. Wow. That's a complete misinterpretation of scripture. Dang. And now we have torture of animals. Okay, it's an atheistic cult then. That's why we're having a Coming to Jesus meeting. What? Makes about as much sense as a paid toilet and a diarrhea ward. So this is messed up. This is wrong on every possible level. They're basically just trying to confuse him, make him doubt his sound sanity. Hey, good for you. Show some respect. Why? Sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Why would anybody want to keep their placenta? I mean, for God's sake! Sorry. They're really taking their time introducing us to Christopher Lee's character. This is really good building of suspense. That white knuckle. It's like, when is this gonna? How is this gonna? Who's gonna what? What? Get on with it. Uh huh. Die. Somebody's going to slip up. Their ego always does. These guys are really stupid. They are really not smart at all. They're making so many mistakes. And he's clueless. Love that Renaissance type period music. It's so beautiful. Oh, for heaven's sake, put some clothes on, people. Jeez. I might be mistaken, but this looks like a Wiccan. It's an Earth Witch. It's not necessarily a Wiccan. No, not at all. They believe in the earth. They believe in that what you put out comes back at you tenfold. It's a very peaceful uh, religion. It's not a coven. It's not witchcraft or whatever in the way the traditional word people think it means. It's not evil. Quite the contrary. It can be used for evil, used for evil purposes, but it's not necessarily evil. We're done on that end. Oh, finally. Wow. I've seen him look like that before. Brilliant actor. One of my favorite actors. Oh, really? Thanks, Captain Obvious. No. And my God, and that's a whole conversation. There's not enough time in the world to go over something like this. Okay, that's a right to their opinion. me. Oh, this is going to be fun. My favorite night activity, digging up a body. Not. Well, that wasn't what I wasn't expecting. What? I'm completely. This is really a well written mystery. It really is. This is really well written. I think this is one of the best performances I've ever seen out of. Oh my gosh, out of him ever, hands down. I loved him in. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the television series, The Equalizer, and Christmas Carol too. Mm. That's what I suspected. That she's going to be, yeah, she's being held. Mm, I wouldn't get on that boat. Mm. Okay, there's something on that plane. Or the plane doesn't, of course, it doesn't. It doesn't work, nor the radio. The prize, the prize, the prize. Scared the shit out. That was a different type of jump scare. Never seen that one before. Not even trying. It's just something natural. I would get on one of those boats and get the hell out of there now. Man, what type of an idiot? You're a cop. How have you been on the force for so long? I mean, that's stupid. Nobody is that invincible. You should know that. I've gone down those stairs. Hmm. Knew it. Smart. Have never seen Christopher Lee in drag before. Quite fetching. Oh, he's such a good actor. Oh my gosh. This whole cast is really a good ensemble. Very convincing. Very committed. Good sword work. And a really good stunt coordinator. Excellent choreographer, too. This is. Interesting use of Stonehenge symbolism. The dramaturg on this did a really good job on their history. Very historically accurate. Hitchcock takes you one direction and what a waste of good ale. Come on. Oh, let me make it. It's a horror movie. I seriously doubt it. I knew it. Welcome, Dead End Collective. Well, nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. Glad that you found us. I hope you enjoy your time here. Now we've got only about 12 minutes left, but if you wanted to join, you sure can. You can see the ways you can see it, and if you need a timestamp, let me know. But very happy to be here wherever long you stay, and hope that you'll find a nice, safe space here for you. That's what we're here for. We allow all opinions, no matter what. They're never ridiculed. If anybody does, they're promptly ejected and banned from the channel. Now, I love this. Is the first time I've ever seen this film. It's magnificent. Magnificent. Oh boy. Actually, it is. I do love horror, but it is actually a movie dedicated to all types of films, all types of entertainment, not just film, but television as well as theater, live theater, everything showbiz. It's all here. I love horror; is one of my favorite genres, and it's one of my favorite genres. And this was chosen by our subscribers in a poll celebrating spring, and they chose. We put all the choices on a spinning wheel, and they gave us and came up with this one, which was a spring horror film, which was great. I loved it. That's why we're watching this. And I just love to do everything that celebrates show business, everything that celebrates show business. And horror is one of my all-time favorite genres. Close second to musicals. I also love all types of genres, science fiction, all types of films, as well as television and live theater. Now, show business is a very loose term, but show business basically is anything to do with entertainment. And people performing in front of an audience, whether it be live or on film or television, that's what show business is. Basically encompasses that. It is a very, very loose term. Christopher Lee is amazing. So is this incredible. This Edward Woodward too as well. Loved him in. I first saw him in The Equalizer on television. Well, thank you for coming and welcome. Greetings from Ireland. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna. I know we have a lot of channel people on YouTube from Ireland. I love Europe. My family originates from Scotland and England and Wales. I'd love to go over and go over and see it myself one day. I'm hoping so. But very, very welcome. Whatever you hope you find your time here very good, very well and enjoyable. Thank you so much for coming and visiting us and supporting us. We very much appreciate it. Really sad. Ugh. Oh, the worst way to die is to burn to death. Oh, that has to be so painful. Wow. I'm not saying not at all. Not at all. I'm very, very happy. Very happy person. Yeah, I think it's just the way I look. I just, yeah, I was born this way with that droop kind of joke or whatever. It's like kind of a sad face, I don't, unfortunately, I was born that way. Some people tell me I'm unique. I said, well, I had to be. I said, they said they broke the mold when they made you. And I'm like, oh, well, it was cracked. So they had no choice. But thank you for your concern. I appreciate that. Mm. I'm just sad because I just feel bad for him. And he fell for it. He didn't keep his guards up. And was very foolish. Didn't 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 have his stick to his impulses, his training. It's sad, but it happens. It's unfortunate, but it does. People have a right to do what they want to do and believe the way they want to believe. My belief as a Christian, it's just, yeah, it's the way it is. God allows freedom. He doesn't interfere. Yes, definitely. I've heard that too. Yeah, that's a horrible way to die. Would not want to experience that myself. Oh, mm. Until your nerve endings die, it's just oh. Really superb, superb film. Well made, well done horror film. That's my first time watch, but I was very impressed. I love movies in the 70s and 80s, even the 90s. They don't make films like that anymore. Oliver Reed is in that. Did you mean Burnt Offerings? Because that's what you're mentioning. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. It's been featured on this channel before. It's actually was Nev Campbell of Scream played Sydney. That was her first horror movie she was ever saw. Um, and no, not Burnt Offerings. Um, The Changeling. It's another George C. Scott was in. That's why she hates horror movies. I love both those movies. Powerful. Powerful performance. And which film are you meaning, Oliver? Curious. God rest his soul. Finally, the end at last. Wow. Cinematography in this is awesome. Incredible. Bravo. What an incredible, incredible film. Oh, what an incredible film. Incredible film. And well, thank you so much for all of you being here. I appreciate you, Oliver, and all those that, excuse me, Dead End Collective, and everybody that's showed up in the chat. Those appreciate your support, and all those that have been in that. And, Sarah as well, and Pumping the Popcorn, and Katie, my dear friend, thank you for stopping by. It was awfully nice of you, and thank you for your support. And again, thank you, Dead End Collective, for your support and popping by. It's very, I appreciate that. Just before we go, just want to remind you that if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. That helps the channel out. It just helps keep the lights on. It's free, and what it does, it encourages YouTube to go ahead and advertise this channel and all that, and this event itself to a wider audience is what it helps. It doesn't cost you anything. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That helps you get also helps the channel as well, and helps them get that out. It helps them get that. It gets the audience to a wider audience. It also helps keep the lights on as well, and as well as it just keeps the channel going, very much so. And as well, also please remember that if you want members only benefits, they are available. If you're interested in that, please click on the Patreon link below. That will take you to our Patreon channel, and that will describe all of the levels of membership. And the lowest cost membership that's available has 98% of all of the benefits to the channel. That channel has, and it costs less for a whole month's membership. It costs less than 1 cup of coffee. 1 cup of coffee per day. That's it. And also that helps keep the lights on as well. And really, that's all it does. We don't make money off of this. We see, but with what the fees are charged, we see very little of it. And when that's not what I and most of our people that I am associated with do, we don't do that for that. We don't do it for the fame. We don't do it for the money. We just do it because we love to do what we do. Also, as well, if just to let you know that we have some, basically any type of the funds that are raised from now on from this point forward, we'll be going to. I do have I partnership with two other folks, Katie from Pop with the Popcorn, and also all could be from Doing Great. Excuse me, one quick. I forgot why I forget names, but from it's listed in the chat. The two people that I'm in cooperation with them. Kyle, excuse me. Gosh, I'm doing great tonight. It's late, tired, long day, and from Futz Movies and Pop Culture 13. They're both involved. Please visit their channels. They are wonderful creators. I highly recommend them. But Kyle himself, he had an accident and unfortunately had to have two major surgeries, and had really a lot of complications, and he's finally coming home. Please keep him in your prayers and thoughts. He misses you. I just talked with him yesterday for the first time. I haven't seen him in so long. It's so great to see him. He's looking well, and he misses everybody, and he can't wait to get back. And he should be coming home. He's hopeful by in June sometime. He's hoping. Let's pray that he does. But because of that, he is going to be going through a lot of therapy, a long time of physical therapy, and so he's not going to be able to work. And so he needs help, and so that's why the funds will be going to him to help him pay his medical expenses and expenses that he needs while he's out of work, his needs and the things and obligations he needs to meet. And we are hoping to start our own YouTube channel together, a separate channel from all of ours together. But that's going to be put on hold right now until he gets back and gets better. We're holding it back and forth. Please stay tuned to the channel. I'll have it in the community page and also the notifications. If you sign up, you'll know when upcoming reviews are happening from us. And so stay tuned for that. Please, again, also some events that are happening that are coming up. Just to give you a short, do a lot of things. Channel do a lot of videos as well as watch parties and deep dives and all that. So I stay tuned for a lot of new things. I always will get those updates. I also advertise them on my community page on my channel. And let me real quick here get my. I do know here. Excuse me. I apologize. I do have the third episode coming up this upcoming Tuesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Daylight Savings Time. 8 p.m. Will be our third episode of JTN Springfest 2024. And we're going to be watching a watch party for Disney and Pixar's A Bug's Life. It's the first time on my channel we have featured a watch party for a animated film, a Disney Pixar film. I'm very excited about that. And very excited that was chosen. And then on the 28th of this month, I'll be hosting the final episode of this year's Springfest. Again, at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time. On this channel, we're going to be doing the final episode of JTN Springfest 2024, with the final episode with the horror movie comedy classic, the 1986 version of April Fool's Day, a really fun horror comedy, one of my all-time favorites. I love horror comedies. And then on Memorial Day on the 27th, I will be hosting Memorial Day Watch Party. And that is going to be basically my father was in the military. He was a veteran. He was at Pearl Harbor and in the Navy, and so it's a tribute to him, as well as my two brothers that served in the military as well, in Vietnam and also in Afghanistan and Iraq. And they are both, and also he also serves in the National Guard and works for the state of Utah as well. did for the state of Utah. He retired to Hawaii. And we're going to be doing the original OG version of, let's see real quick, the year that was done. It's going to be the war epic Midway. That was done the 1976 version with Charlton Heston and Henry Fonda. Great, great, epic war film that I highly recommend. We're going to be doing that for one day. That's going to be held from 8 p.m. again, Mountain Daylight Savings Time. And then I know trying to think, also I'll be hosting on Thursday or Friday, I can't remember. Oh, good heavens, let me. Yes, on the 23rd. I appreciate your patience on it. I'm trying to cover everything that I can remember in my calendar here. I'll be doing a tribute to the late, great Roger Corman. And we'll be doing a watch party for one of my all-time favorite movie of his, The Fall of the House of Usher. And that was Roger Corman's. He directed a whole bunch of B-movie films of Edgar Allan Poe's stories. And excellent series. He was one of my favorite directors. He did some excellent. My favorite movies based on Edgar Allan Poe was done by Roger Corman. He did a bunch of them. That was the 1960 version of House of Usher with Vincent Price and Mark Damon. That's what we'll be showing up to as well. And I think that's coming up. We have those listed on the channel. If you could please go to each one of those streams, that will also help those streams and help get those out to advertised. If you hit the like buttons on each one of those are on my main channel page, the home page. That'll help get those out as well. And I think it's everything. I know next month I'll be hosting Pride Month, a Pride Festival with LGBTQIA plus themed films as well. And then in July, on July 4th, I'll be holding on Independence Day, a double feature with both Independence Day films. I'll be hosting on that, and that might be most likely will be might do a day one. Just I'm trying to get some to help with it. I usually do my usual stream nights on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time, but I'm trying to get some day ones that will help people from other countries, other nations that have different time zones can actually have a chance to come see it. Be live. They kind of wish they could see it live. I'll give them a chance to do that, so they don't have to always watch it in replay. But replay is always mode. You just come back and watch this at any time. Look at the copy you have, and I encourage you to do that. That's another way to support, and you can watch it with your copy. All that and have fun watching. I think that you'll enjoy it that way if you're very interested. We have that available as well. And then from that point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be doing some more retrospectives on different directors. Right now, I've been done one on Steven Spielberg. Also, good, I'm doing great. John Carpenter. I plan to do some on as well with Martin Scorsese, and some in the future I'm working on. Also, I'll be doing in the future. We'll be hosting a JTN's. I apologize. What I'm going to be calling it. It's going to go on. I take my time. I don't rush. I'm not really into this. It's going to be JTN's All the World's a Stage, And this has been my doing all the ones of theater, plays and movies based on plays, plays based on film, and also based on novels as well. And I'll be doing musicals, the most delightful word in the English language. I'm hoping to start that, and I hope people are excited about that. I love musicals, and I don't care if they're unpopular. I'm here to educate people what the purpose of musicals are and what they serve and why they exist, and to educate people that it's not, you have to suspend disbelief. Yes, it's not normal, not realistic for people to break out in a song. Well, it's called suspension of disbelief. It's fiction. You can make up whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And I want to show you why it's one of my favorite genres and why it exists. And it makes sense. And basically on that, why they do what they do. And I'll be doing shows on musicals. One of my first ones I'll be doing really quick to open that with. That's what I'll be opening with is the musical that recent they videotaped it on Broadway called Waitress. It's a musical based on a film, and it was written by and starring Sarah Bareilles. And she wrote the music and the score, and using the score, the music, and the lyrics. And I think she wrote a little bit of the book itself as well, the script. And that's what I'm going to be showcasing as well, where musicals actually everything works. It's done well. Producers don't get involved, and people don't placate audiences. They just put their vision on stage no matter what. They don't care what the audience thinks. They're not in it for the audience. They're in it to share their vision, and that's what made that. And I had a tribute to that. This was very special for me because my granddaughter, 4-year-old granddaughter at the time, got to have a cameo in that, and so we were there when this was taped. And so it's a very special film, very, very special musical to me. And I'll also be featuring musicals made into film and films films based on musicals, as well as movie musicals that originated for film, that are written for film. So we'll be doing stuff like that as well, and also what doesn't work, when things don't work, what causes musicals not to work. So I'll be doing that. That'll be hopefully coming up, and hope that interests you, and many more things happening down the road. And I hope you all stay tuned to the channel. And once again, hit that subscribe button and you'll get notification. You will never be spammed. I promise you that. You will never be spammed. I think that's all. I think I've taken up of your time. It's getting late. I have to get up early. Yep, I think that's everything. I'm trying to remember. Yep, I think that is. And thank you again so much for being here, and I appreciate you very, very, very much so. And please remember that here at Jason the Nice One, please always remember that you are enough. You are more than enough. It is amazing how enough you really are. And don't ever forget that you are of infinite worth. This world needs you in it. You have a unique and special point for being here. You are important. As well as don't ever let the foolishness out there steal your bliss. Don't ever let that happen. People are people. And finally, I said, please remember. Also, I think that's it. Yep. And also, yep, I think that's everything. And until next time, this is Jason the Nice One. And we'll talk with you soon. Peace. Love you all.